Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic Thursday. We are almost to the weekend. Okay, one more day. But I hope everyone is having a great morning. Make sure you tap that like button. Let everyone know that we are live. Also, if you would like to share the live, hey, feel free to share. Make sure you have subscribed and have hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. So y'all, we have a lot of things to discuss on this Thursday morning that I wanted to get into. As y'all could tell by the title, what's really going on, y'all? It is a lot that has been going on. Okay. Now, one thing, hold on one second. Before we get into it, let me pull up picture. As y'all know, many of y'all know, today is September 11th. And I just wanted to take out some time to um, acknowledge, and honor those that lost their lives, y'all, back in September 11th. Can y'all believe it was 2001 that the people that were impacted there in the Twin Towers, a lot of them and below that were on the ground, lost their lives? Okay, a lot of families had to go through facing grief and mourning the loss of their loved ones after such a tragic event that caught us all by surprise. I know during that day, I was actually at home because I wasn't feeling well. I had back issue out of nowhere, and I was at home and I was watching the news. No, I was watching, I think, the soap operas. And you know how there is breaking news, and then all of a sudden, there was breaking news that a plane had crashed into, at that time, the first tower. And I'm looking like, what? In my mind, because I hadn't lived to see anything like that before. Okay. And so I called my mom. I called, wait, 2001. Yeah. I called my mom. I had to think, was my mama still alive? I think I called my mom. We were talking about it. And then lo and behold, not long after that, y'all, they said another plane had crashed into the other twin tower. And I think everyone at that point was really shocked, and we didn't know what else was about to happen. We didn't know what else was about to happen because it was like back to back. Then you would hear about planes going down near the Pentagon, and it was, there was an attempt to actually hit the Pentagon too, but some of the people on that plane decided to fight and try to take over the hijackers, and it missed its target. And so just wanted to have a moment of remembrance and honor to those who lost their lives on September 11th, 2001. It just is still hard to believe that that happened here in our country. And yes, and prayers to their family and their friends. Okay. So y'all, we have multiple topics that we are going to discuss on today. One topic goes in line with some of the things that we talked about on yesterday. Good morning, Pammy Pooh is in the building. Thank you so much for joining, sis, and for being first in the building. I appreciate that. It kind of goes in line, y'all, with what we talked about on yesterday about the first lady and at the church about fake stuff. Okay. Um, some things are life lessons, and it seems as though when you not only mature as far as your age, but you start to mature spiritually and you begin to have a relationship with God and so forth, you will come to look at some things as so minute, okay, and minimal, but also with that comes life lessons, okay, that you learn in life. Good morning, Rich, Dr. Rich. Look, let me get that correct, okay? Good morning, Dr. Rich. Thank you for joining. Hey, Joanne, good morning. Thank you for joining, sis. Queen Royal D is in the building. Thank you so much for joining. And I love you too, sis. And I just wanted to say this, okay, as a learning lesson that I've had to learn throughout life. And maybe there's some of you who may have yet to learn this lesson, okay? We talked about that it is not, I should say, it is a normal part of life to have fake people around you and also to have snakes around you. Even in the Garden of Eden, okay, one of the most beautiful places. Good morning, Lonnie. Thank you for joining. One of the most beautiful places. We got Adam and Eve in the garden. They had access to everything. And guess what? In one of the most beautiful places there was where they walked and talked to God, what appeared? A snake. Okay, so you best believe if there is a snake in the most beautiful place on earth where you don't have to worry about anything, you walk, talk to God, you have access to Him, and there's a snake there, best believe there are going to be snakes around you. Okay, best believe that. If you go into it thinking and knowing that there are snakes around me, you won't be surprised when one appears. Now, it does not necessarily have to bite you because God gives us the discernment to peek out certain things. Okay. Now, with that said, you have to consider the source. When people come to you with some type of mess, drama, whatever, please know the source. Okay, because a lot of people have a lot to say about people they never talked to, they don't know in real life, and all of that. Okay, so if someone's coming to you about someone, please peep out the source and see if that person has a relationship, have had a relationship, have talked to the person, and all of that. It makes a world of difference. If they have not, how would they know anything? Okay, they wouldn't even know anything because they never had a conversation with the person. And there are a lot of grown people that are going by other people's opinions and thoughts of a person, and they've never had a conversation. They've never had a relationship. And that is very detrimental, not only to that person, but also to you, because you have been a recipient of a bad seed and you have pretty much been manipulated. Okay, so you have to protect yourself against being manipulated, against getting bad seeds into you, because that is what the snake did. Okay, in the garden, okay, there with Adam and Eve. He planted a seed. He wanted doubt. He casted all of that into Eve's mind first. Okay. So you just have to be careful about that, baby. If you have something to you want to know about a person, go to that person. I respect Darius Cook so much on one issue for sure that he just did recently. I remember when all of this stuff. Good morning, Susan. Thank you for joining. I remember when all of this stuff was going on, y'all, with the Cooking with Aisha, and her husband had made a post because he was asking about Darius Cooks. Did anyone know about him? Because he was, had said if he wanted to come and share his story, he could share his story. Darius popped up into the chat and he said, "Here I am." I respect that. I respect when people can go to you, and if they have a question or they wanted to know something about your life or about something that was said, they come to the source. Okay? It's no one that can tell you better about you than you. Okay? So have people directed to the source. If they need to know something, go to the source. You don't need to go around the source, because guess what? What will happen, y'all, depending on that relationship. Okay. So, how we were talking about the relationship between that first lady and the singer, we didn't know what had been said before. If anything, outside of the scene that we saw had taken place, something had taken place previously. Okay. The lady said that they had previous instances and she was about to leave the church. Now, the first lady came out and she was like, "Oh, so she gonna leave, let me go ahead and do this to her." Now, imagine if, I don't know if the first lady did or did not, if she already knew that this young lady felt some type of way about her and she was having other conversations with other people, then her view and what she discussed about that lady will come from the standpoint of what they've gone through. Not the truth necessarily, but it's about what has happened between them. She's basing her thoughts, her opinions, the things she says about her based off of what they've gone through. Okay. So then if she was to go to talk to someone else and she's like, "Oh girl, I don't like her. She's fake. She's this, she's that." So they gonna start saying, "Oh Lord, is she fake? Oh my God." She has now planted a bad seed. Okay, so you have to consider the source. They had an issue, but did you have an issue with her? Has she ever been fake with you? Okay, so you have to tell people, go to the source, come to me. If you have a question, come to me. I will let you know. Okay. Hi, Aries LaRue. Welcome. Grand rising to you. Be an open book on purpose. Okay. Come on now. I love that. You can use that open book. Yeah, be an open book on purpose. Man, I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. Y'all, I just have to say that because y'all, it's some craziness, y'all, that people go through, and you come across, and it's like you just be like, "Baby, it's like you get too grown for certain stuff." And then after you like go through life, like real life, you don't have time for drama. You don't have time for people playing games, saying stuff they don't know if it's true. They ain't never talked to you. And you like, "Huh? I don't even talk to that person. I don't even know that person." Okay. So you need to make sure you go to the source and quit listening to any and everybody, because their whole view of a person could be based off of jealousy, hate, just anything. Okay. And we've seen that. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen that time and time and time again. Okay. So that was this morning's inspirational talk. Just consider the source. Okay. Don't be quick to jump on a bandwagon just because someone else does. That is a form of witchcraft. I just saw a post yesterday, y'all, on Facebook. And when I tell y'all, it is so true. If someone plants seeds and they try to get you to hate someone, and that person has never done anything to you, guess what? That person is operating in witchcraft. And a lot of y'all don't even know. And I'm not saying the people who are here, I'm just saying some people in general are being victims of witchcraft and they don't even realize it. Their minds are gone. They just following the leader. We have so much cult-like behavior. I was in a whole other sector, y'all. This lady I have never seen. I'm subscribed to her and I didn't even know. I'm like, well, what story was she covering? I didn't even know I was subscribed to this lady. Who is this lady, Harpo? So I was sitting in her bushes and I said, "Oh my, this is a sector I don't even know about." But some of the stuff that she was sharing over there sounded like some of the other sectors I've been exposed to. Some of the same drama, some of the he said, she said, this backstabber, this one showing this one doing this. It's happening all over the place, y'all. And it's a dangerous game that people are playing. It's so much stabbing in the back, so much two-facedness, so much I'm going to get the one up, all of this different stuff for what? Like, what prize do you win when we do stuff like that? Like, what are you actually winning? I want to know on YouTube, what prize do we actually win when we do stuff like that? I just feel like this. If everybody minded their own channels, minded their own business, leave people alone, there could be peace. Because, hey, as we're going to see during this life is happening. And it's so much bigger than what is taking place on this internet. It's so much that's taking place. Like, it's so much to talk about. But everybody want to just, oh, let me find this person. Who can I talk about today? Let me just do this. Let me just do that. Like, it's just irritating sometimes. Good morning, V. Welcome. Yes, thank you, V. And V is one that you can tell. Okay, she gonna have her own mind, baby. I love people that are independent thinkers. Okay, they don't have to run with the crowd. They don't have to think alike, move alike. For what? Like, that is so boring. Baby, think for yourself. Good morning, Rebecca. Thank you for joining today. Hey, Crystal, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, you know what? D, it's so many of I was like, baby, what y'all got going on over here? I don't even know this. I didn't even know the lady. Child, it's a Crystal. It's draining. I'm telling y'all, the other day, as nosy as I am, and a lot of times, y'all, I might just be in the bushes. I don't engage. Like, I'll go in and speak, but I just don't engage like that because it's not as serious to me. We don't know these people, never will know these people. It's entertainment. I look at it as how I turn it and click it onto Big Brother or All the Queen's Men. I click on YouTube. Okay, I put it in the same category. Now, there are real life stories, though, that we do cover on YouTube. But most of the drama and things like that fits into the category of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married with Madison, all of those different shows. Hey, YouTube is just one of the channels. Okay, so we cannot take this very seriously. Sometimes you do have to take a step back. Okay, you just have to mind your business, take a step back, go catch up on some stuff. One lady, the one I was telling y'all about yesterday, she said it was so much drama on here. She was like, child, I've been on this YouTube and I done gained 40 pounds. She said, I took a break. I said, girl, get out this YouTube and go lose this weight. And she said that's what she did. She took a break off of YouTube and went and lost 40 pounds. I know that's right. Because sometimes life is other stuff too. Okay, it's so much other stuff to do with your life. V said, I am the MF crowd. V, right. Okay. Baby, you could be a crowd all by yourself. You don't have to have y'all. And I've been like this, to be honest, since I was a young girl. I will always keep maybe 2 friends. And it wasn't, that was my preference. It wasn't like I wasn't a people person. Like, I would smile and laugh and talk because I love to talk. So I would talk a lot. And so people would think that I had a lot of friends or whatever, but I never was comfortable in a crowd. I never was. I was always an introvert, only had like a couple of people around me, never really got in trouble in class, had the ease and conduct. I knew my mama didn't play. I knew she didn't play. So I watched the stuff that I did, who I talked to. Then this one girl in middle school, that was when I learned lesson number 1. I was talking about it was my experience with the girl on the bus. Now, it wasn't anything. I didn't talk about the girl. I said I felt like she didn't like me. This girl, I didn't realize, was friends with the other girl. She went and told the other girl what I said. Now, I never knew that. Okay. She approached me on the bus that day, and I already knew who the source was because I only told it to that girl at the bus stop. So then I had to learn in life that not everyone is for you. Some people, you could tell them your business, but they're only trying to get intel so that they can go and tell somebody else. Okay, and that's exactly what happened. And that was a life lesson in 8th grade. Hey, Snooky, good morning. Thank you for joining. Dr. Rich said, I definitely have to take a break sometimes. Exactly, we all do. V said, I am I am an alien. I can't relate to a lot of folks. Girl, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that was my TED Talk inspirational moment today. Sometimes you just gotta, y'all know, I just come on here and I try to think of how do I say this? I don't want to think about that today. Okay, I just want to just say it. We gotta stop all of this. It's just like crazy. Okay, it's crazy. And if it's not applying to you, it don't have to apply to you. It's not about you. If it felt like it applied to you, maybe, hey, put yourself in the shoes, take off running down the street. No, nobody care. Okay, we got to do better. Now, moving on with more serious talk. Y'all, what is really going on in this world today? It is so much. It was to the point, y'all, yesterday. I even noticed some people in the threads, the different comments saying that and one was my own family member saying that they wanted to, Susan said, yeah, Susan, I feel better. Okay. I feel so much better. It's going to be a great day. My own family member said that they were going to take a couple of days off of social media because it's been so much death, so much just stuff going on in the news and like videos being shared over and over about multiple things. I know that we talked about the other day the Ramika Meeks story and how she unfortunately was unalived in front of her son's school, okay? Which was horrible, y'all. They have been coming for that baby's daddy. Oh my goodness, I've been seeing all kind of comments, and rightfully so. Okay, because I don't know what you thought by holding her there and allowing your other girlfriend and baby mother to shoot your son's mother right there in front of his school. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's sad. And I really, really hate that. I really do. B said if the shoes fit, lace them itches up and get the step. Okay, B, you better say lace them up. Okay, hashtag. You know what? Let me put my own hashtag. Lace them up. Y'all already know what that means today. Okay. Okay, if you in here, you watching the replay, if you see me say lace them up, you know what I mean. Okay. So prayers up for that family, y'all. The mom had to come on live. She was crying, already upset, telling everyone that she did not do a GoFundMe, that people were allegedly saying that, oh, I thought the daughter was wearing all of these designer clothes and stuff like that, and they need money to bury her. She said, no, my daughter did wear designer clothes, and no, we do not need money to bury her. So I don't know who's starting these GoFundMe accounts, but it's not us. And she said it in a little more with cuss words and everything. Okay, she was not playing. So if you see a GoFundMe for Ramika Meeks, hey, as of now, her family is saying that that is not them. Okay, so this is another case of consider the source. Okay, who actually organized the GoFundMe account? Because her mom came live for a short period and said that they have not started a GoFundMe to get her buried. Okay, so just make sure, just make sure you consider the source in this situation because hey, mama said they not playing that. Dr. Rich said, I was just saying that I was going to deactivate some of my social media accounts for a little while because this stuff is too much drama, and negative news can be draining. It can, and you have to, on a serious note, protect your spirit, y'all. Like, seriously, what you allow into you, it comes out. You have to be very careful of how much you entertain, how much you let into your eye gates, your ear gates, because that stuff can become draining and can affect you. And you don't want it to affect you to the point where you're stressed, you acting out, doing, being a different person, doing this, doing that. No, you don't want that. Okay. And so yeah, just take a break every once in a while. You know, it's up to you. All right. So with this next story, y'all, and this was really, really sad. I'm gonna pull up a picture. And not all our stories gonna be sad today, because we're gonna laugh too today as well. All right. So y'all have probably been seeing this story going around with this young lady. And of course, I'm not going to show any videos, but I did watch uh, yesterday one of the videos that showed this in action. Now, there's a Ukrainian woman that had entered a Charlotte light rail. Okay. Um, and I don't know where she was coming from. She was 23 years old. Her name is Irina, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, Zaruska. Okay. And she had gotten onto the Lennox Blue line in Charlotte and had just pretty much gotten on there, sat down, and was listening to her music. Okay. There were people pictured, you know, in the video. Some were across the aisle from her, lady and two gentlemen. And then there was a guy by the name of DeCarlos Brown, okay, that was actually already sitting behind her, one seat behind her. Now, as I was watching this, because before I even saw the video, a lot of people were saying that, oh, I can't believe that all of those people were on this rail and did not help this young lady and so forth. See, this is why you got to watch stuff for yourself. So I said, well, let me look at the video to see what they are talking about. Excuse me. Aries LaRue said, I fell back and just realized, other than YouTube, I haven't done social media in 5 months. I posted my birthday pictures in April and boom, I tried to log on, but I'm just not there. Oh, right, right. That can't happen because when you get used to not being there, hey, you get used to it. And then when you come back and it's still the same stuff every month, you're like, oh no, I'm done. Yes, it is terrible. It is terrible. Let's see. Dr. Rich said, I seen people saying that this was fake. I'm confused because it looked pretty real to me. No, 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 no. It was very much real. But let me tell y'all something that I picked up on when I watched the video. So in this video, he was sitting there behind her, right? So she has her ear pods in, she's just sitting there listening to her music. Out of nowhere, he stands up. Now, he had, they said, a pocket knife. And when he stood up, he kind of leaned over a little, and it was like so quick. It was like quick movements with his hand, and he walked off. And she had looked up at him, you know. So in my mind, I would have thought, just a quick glance at that video, did he bump into her, or did he say something to her? That's what I would have thought in that moment. Because then he walked off talking to himself and all of this. It wasn't until, and I think she went into immediate shock because she did not scream, she did not say anything, but she looked shocked, and she turned her head and grabbed her neck area. And then all of a sudden, she kind of leaned over and fell on the floor. At that point, you saw blood, a little blood in the seat. Okay. Now, they said that he slashed her 3 times, 3 times. And one of the slashes cut her vocal cords. Okay. So at first glance, y'all, I don't think the people that were seated there realized that this young lady had been stabbed. It was only then, is when she was on the floor in front of her seat, is when I believe they jumped into action and was trying to check on her. Oh, but that's not the video that's circulating. We don't see, they cut it off right there. The video that's circulating is not showing all of the people that are coming around her to see what's happened. They're not showing that part. So you have to continue to watch to see that part. Y'all see how the media can play games? Okay. So then he proceeds to walk on through the train, and he was like, I got that white girl. You know, some guy asked him, was he okay? He was like, I got that white girl, you know. And so I don't know if he was one of the ones that went back there to go and check on her. But y'all, it was so sad and it happened so fast. You know, when you get slashed like that on major arteries, you probably go into immediate shock and don't even know what happened. Like, she sat there literally for probably 2 seconds before she fell over. She went into shock. She didn't scream or anything. So for those that are saying, I can't believe that those people did not help, did y'all see the whole video? The media is mainly putting out the part up until she fell over. Yes, Susan, it was so sad. There was blood dripping all over the floor too from his knife. Exactly, Aqua Rose. Yes, exactly. And so then, y'all, his sister and his mother, you know, they have spoken out. So there was an audio recording of a conversation between him and his sister several days after his arrest. And he stated that he has material, he called it material, in his body that caused him to attack Zaruska. Okay. Now, also about Zaruska, and I'm saying her last name, and I hope I'm saying it the right way. She was a refugee that came over here. Now, get this. She came over here from Russia. Okay. She came over here from Russia to escape all of the war and stuff that was taking place in Russia, only to be unalived over here. I just could not believe that. She was a refugee from Russia. And she came here seeking refuge, okay? And this man unalives her out of nowhere. He says that he has material in his body that controlled him, okay? Now, in the audio recordings, he also said, make sure it was me that did it, not the material. And I'm telling you, the material did it. This is what he's saying. He said, I didn't even know the lady at all. Okay. He said, I never said not one word to the lady at all. And he didn't. He literally sat there. He said, that's scary, ain't it? So, like, why would somebody stab somebody for no reason? This is him talking to his sister. He's talking in third person. Okay? He's talking in third person. So I don't think even realized, even in that moment, that he had done this. First, he was saying it was the material, but it's almost like he's outside of himself saying the material did it, because why would he want to do it? He didn't know the lady. Now, his mother said that he suffers with schizophrenia. And he used to live with his mom, but she ended up kicking him out because he didn't want to take his medicine. He had gone to jail, y'all. He's had multiple robbery cases, 14 mug shots. Okay, 14 mug shots. He's been in prison. Right, D? Mental health is real. Yeah, and hey, Alka Rose, I don't know if he had it, you know, if he was on any drugs or not, but some drugs he needed to be on was his medication. If he has his schizophrenia, like his mom said, she said that he was not the same after he came from prison. He wasn't taking his medicine, said that he used to be a fun guy. He was no longer fun anymore, okay, because he struggled with his mental health. That was the sad part. She came here to be a little more safe and got unalived. Exactly, exactly. Okay, so um, he's 34 years old. Okay, and so he was arrested, and President Trump is calling for him to get the death penalty because of what has happened. Now, DeCarlos Brown has also been charged by the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Western District of North Carolina with committing an act causing death on a mass transportation system, which could make him eligible for the death penalty. Okay. The U.S. attorney said this brutal attack on an innocent woman simply trying to get to her destination is an attack on the American way of life. Of course, crimes like this affect the victim the most. Irina deserves justice, and we will bring justice to her and her family. Now, Brown's sister and his mother said that they noticed a difference in his behavior following his incarceration. Now, his incarceration ended in 2020, okay? And he got worse over the 3 years since he was released. Let's see if anything else I missed. Um, he also has a criminal record, including larceny and breaking and entering charges. He also spent 5 years in prison for robbery with a dangerous weapon starting in 2015, according to the North Carolina Department of Adult Correction. He was also arrested this year for misusing the 911 system. Now, okay, I got a question about that. They're saying that he was misusing the 911 system, but could he have been having an episode, a mental health episode? Why did he call 911? See, that's the thing. He could have said, he probably didn't know what was going on. In this case, he's saying that he didn't realize that this had happened, that he did this. So what if in that same situation, he didn't realize that as well? Okay, back then when he tried calling 911, a lot of people are saying, why is this man on the street? Why is he not in jail? Hey, Jessica, welcome. She said, this is so sad. We are living in a season of lawlessness. Yes, exactly. Susan said, but as you just said, he announced that he got that white girl mental health. I don't know. Yes, afterwards, he did say that. He did say that. So I don't know how schizophrenia works. I mean, if he saw color, because she was the only white girl there in that part of the train, that part is, something they're going to bring up during the trial. Why did he say that? It's caught on camera. Oh no, he is straight up dangerous and should have never been on the street. Exactly, exactly. Good morning, Smart Cookie. Welcome. She said this was a horrible situation. I bet she didn't even want to sit back there by them. You know what? When she got on, y'all, I like when they showed the video of her getting on, I don't think she thought about it. Y'all, she is 23. These youngsters and us too sometimes. We are so busy into our cell phones and our social media on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, got ear pods in. I can't even go to the grocery store without thinking somebody talking to me and they not. Okay. Child, they got an earpiece in. You looking crazy like, huh? They like, oh, okay. Baby, people have ear pods in. They not paying attention to what's going on around them. Baby, she got on that train, sat down. I don't think she looked to see who was there, who was back here, who was around me. We just sat down, we tired. We just trying to get to our next destination. And I think that in that particular instance, he was sitting there and y'all not knowing that evil was right behind her. Y'all, we got to pay attention. I'm telling you, nowadays, we got to be aware. Everywhere, even this morning, getting out of my car, I'm looking around. Y'all, it's to that point. I'm looking around. I'm like, because it happened out of nowhere. And then there was this other girl that people were sharing also on Facebook that this happened to her, but it was the opposite way. It was a black girl and a white man did it and slashed her and her sister. He stabbed the sister. She made it though. But the girl, I think her name was Nia something. I forgot her last name, but same situation. They were at a public transportation place. And this man, as soon as the train came, ended up stabbing both of them, her and her sister, but she did not make it. Okay. And so they were like, people, we tend to get into these race things. Well, why was that not a big deal? And this was a big deal, so it's like it does happen a lot. Okay. It's probably happening now. Okay. In different cities, these things are happening. So be aware. Nothing against her, because we all do it. We on our phones and stuff like that. But just be aware, y'all. Nikki, hi, Nikki Navigates. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining, sis. Yes, these are wild times, very freaky, sad, and scary. Exactly. V said, I'm so happy to be able to catch this live with you all. Thank you, V. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, y'all. So you don't know when people are having mental episodes around you and all of that, because some people are on their medicines and some people are not on their medicines. Okay. They're talking out of their minds, don't know where they are, all of that. Let's see. Brown's mother told ABC News that after her son had been released from prison in 2020 after serving time for armed robbery, he was different and began showing violent behavior like slamming doors and yelling in her face. While he was living with her, he would also walk around the home and talk to himself. I'm telling y'all, this very demonic, the mental health, they start having these different voices in their heads and they just snap. Dewitt said that her son had been diagnosed with schizophrenia and had been given medication, but she said that he refused to take it. She said that she grew increasingly concerned about the safety of her and her husband and took him to a mental health hospital. She said the hospital told her they didn't have enough room. Y'all check this out. See how these chain of events, I'm telling y'all, see, this is making me mad. Okay, because that did not have to happen. But notice how the system and the chain of events that happens with mentally ill people. Y'all, a bookmark here for a second. I just looked on Facebook, not in Fort Worth. Okay, we have a whole area. Oh, Jesus. We have a whole area with homeless people. Y'all walking around talking to themselves. I mean, and you would think sometimes, oh, it's drugs. Yes, some people are on drugs. But y'all, there are people that are out of their minds. Some people don't even have money to go and get the medicines that they need. Okay, they're walking around out of their minds talking to themselves. Do y'all know that JPS system has built a newly, it's a whole new, and I was so excited to see this, a whole new facility just for mental health patients. It's a whole hospital and it's being built in the area that is needed. Okay, because these people need help. Sometimes when the police, they see these incidents, and I think someone did a poll one time saying, should police officers be trained in handling people with mental health or people with autism? Okay, because sometimes they don't know what they're doing. Okay, they don't know what they're doing. And you would automatically think a child with autism that's acting out, if you don't know he's autistic, you may handle him in a way that's not conducive to what he's experiencing. If you have a person that has schizophrenia or a whole other mental health, it's a sickness. If they're not getting the medicine, then they could have an episode. My mom used to have epilepsy. If she did not take her medicine, or she had got too excited or too afraid or something, it could send her into a seizure. The same thing happens with mental health patients. Okay. Now, his mom, this is his mother, was concerned that her child could be a harm or a threat to her and her husband. The mother did the right thing. She could have ignored it. She could have said, this is my child. I'm not taking him to these places, da, 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 da. She tried to get him help and take him to the hospital. The mother had already seen signs of sickness, that he was different and he had schizophrenia. He did not want to take his medicine. Some grown-ups that have this are they are hard, okay, to take medicine. Some of them don't want to take it. It's hard to force a grown person to take their medication. Okay. Yes, and I saw that too, Jessica. Girl, I couldn't take no more about last night. I saw that right before I went to bed. Okay. So she tried to do the right thing. I try not to be on my phone like that when I'm outside. Yes, we have to be careful just walking next to people. I really get anxious around people nowadays. You never know. Exactly. I'm telling you. Hey, Sammy's World, good morning. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it happened, y'all, in Dallas. See, we need more mental hospitals. Exactly. Instead, they just throw people in jail for profit, or they just tell them to go home. D said, and the sad part is when your child gets older, you can't help them no more because they over 18. But as a mom, you know they need the help and they really can't do anything. Exactly. Exactly, D. That is so true. Yes, just experienced the same thing with the family member. The hospital said they couldn't keep them because at the time they were not having an episode, so they sent them home. That's what I'm saying. So where are they supposed to go? This is not good, Jessica. This healthcare system is failing us bad. Right. Mom Boss Mayo. I mean, I saw the video with my own eyes, though. And welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining. And his mother and sister, they're talking out too. So I would hope that they're not going along with if the video was fake. Okay. So then the mom said that she said to the hospital, she said the hospital told her, you can't make a person come to the facility. So they're trying to say the mom was trying to force him to come, and she can't force him to do that. But who's willingly, a lot of them are not going to willingly. Now you'll have a couple of them that may say, a few people, oh, let me go turn myself in, or go to this mental hospital and get some help. No, they don't think anything wrong with them. So why would they willingly say, I'm going to go here and put myself into the hospital? Come on now. So then the mother said that she was left with no option but to go to court to file with the magistrate a petition for her son to get help. As a result of that, she said, a mental health facility kept him for 14 days, but eventually released him back to her and her husband's care. Okay. She said she had hoped to keep Brown on a schedule and to create a routine for him, but it didn't work after he stopped taking his medication. She said, we're just not going to do it anymore. And then she dropped him off at a shelter. Ooh, I know that was hard, y'all. But she was in fear for her and her husband's life. So she dropped him off at one of those homeless shelters. Okay. Now she identified the shelter as the Roof Above Lucille Giles Men's Shelter in Charlotte, which is run by a nonprofit organization called Roof Above. Then ABC News had reached out to the shelter, but no one from the shelter, commented. Now, in recent months, his mother said that she has seen her son on the street walking up and down, and her younger daughter would see him riding the bus. So, although he wasn't living there, they still saw him in the neighborhood. Okay, so the daughter would see him riding the bus. She would see him walking up and down the street. Now, when he was arrested in January for misusing 911, she said he kept saying he had a chip in him and that the police put it in him. Excuse me. Uh-oh. That's what he was telling them. Now, 911 didn't see that as an emergency, I guess. This man is saying that he had a chip in him, and the police put it in him back in January. While he was arrested for this incident, he's saying the materials in him did it. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, he called 911 himself. Okay. He called 911 himself and said that. Now he's saying the same, he's still stuck there, y'all. Think about it. He's saying the materials inside of him. So who's saying this is fake and the boy mom is talking about it? That's the part. I'm a mom of 6 and would never say this, but I'm telling y'all, when y'all really look at the video, you will see the lady still moving as looking for something. Then lots of blood drains down. Yeah, she grabbed her neck, which I'm not showing that video on here. Y'all can see it because it's all over. But she grabbed, because it's like, I believe she went into shock because it happened so fast. Y'all, if you think about a paper cut, when you get a paper cut, right, it doesn't bleed out a whole lot. You barely see it at all. However, it causes great pain. Okay, so I'm thinking in that instance, it happened so fast. It was like an afterthought, like, wait a second. And hold on. And I think she reached there, and that's when it got on her hand. And I think she went into shock and then just fell over. That's when you had seen the blood had even got into the seat. Okay, so I did see that part. I'm sorry, but the conspiracy theories are starting to make people call everything fake. We can't wrap our minds to avoid reality every time, right? Because I mean, his mom is not. I mean, she obviously has seen it, and the son is arrested and all of that. And he pretty much admitted partially the materials did it. So he's putting himself there. I don't know what materials, but he said he had a chip in him in January. According to the affidavit from Brown's arrest in January, officers were responding to a welfare call when Brown told them he believed someone gave him a man-made material that controlled what he ate and how he walked and talked. Are y'all listening to that? Wow. His next court appearance is scheduled for September 19th, 8 days away, according to court records. It is unclear whether Brown has an attorney who can speak on his behalf. His sister, Tracy Brown, said she is not trying to excuse her brother's alleged actions. She said that at the end of the day, I'm not making any excuse for what happened. I'm saying that if he had the proper care, this wouldn't have happened. Wow. That is so sad. So his family is not excusing it. But, hey, hold on, y'all. Are you able, Mom Boss Mayo, can you send it to my IG? Akaro said that is really common in people with paranoid schizophrenia. They have severe paranoia mixed with delusions and irrational thoughts. Exactly. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. So prayers up for this young lady's family, her friends. Also, y'all, I don't know if y'all know Dak Prescott with the Dallas Cowboys. He has contributed $250,000 to her, I guess, I don't know if she has a GoFundMe, but to her cause, I guess with anything they need, her family needs, he has willingly donated $250,000 to this young lady's family, the one that got stabbed. I'm looking at my husband because he's a Cowboys fan. I don't think he knew that part. Sammy's World said, I just cannot look at videos of a life being taken. I saw a photo of him sitting behind her and then standing over her as she was unaware. Yes, exactly. Because that part, when that had happened, that's when she was looking up like what had just happened. And he takes off. He walks off. And that's when she grabbed and she looked around. She kind of looked. And I don't think, like I said, the people around her knew what had just happened because it happened so fast. Thank you so much, V. I thank you for joining us today. Girl, you're going to miss the part about Thorn. Girl, because we're going to get into that too. Okay? Oh, my goodness. Let's see. D said, I guess we will see if this fake or not. I'm going to keep up with this story. Right. Me too. We'll see. Okay, but him talking about chips and all of that, controlling him and all of that, y'all. That part, ooh wee. I know they didn't want to hear that. Okay, he needs to get back on his medication, for sure. And hopefully he can get some help. Yes, I'll give it to you in the chat because I don't mind IG. Thank you for that. Okay. Now, going on to the next story, which I'm not going to spend. B said, tell Mr. Open. I said, haha, we beat them. What team, V? Philadelphia. He already knows. Is it Philadelphia?
But tell him we all came back though.
Oh my gosh. Don't get him started. I'm still here, girl, cleaning. Okay, got you. Okay. All right, so going on this next story, y'all, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I saw another content creator that was speaking my thoughts exactly, okay, because I'm not one to just give commentary on stuff that I'm not just so into like that. But yesterday there was another story with a guy named Charlie Kirk, okay, that started going viral yesterday, and he actually passed away at 31. Y'all, these people are young. We had Ramika Meek, she had just turned 31, and Charlie Kirk, he had also died at the age of 31. He was shot in the neck by an assassin during a Utah college campus speaking event yesterday. He was an influential right-wing activist. Now, like I said, don't get me started as to the stuff he stated, all of that. Y'all, I do not know, never knew this man until his name started trending on yesterday. Okay. However, I did watch the video and kind of looked at some things about this, and like, whoa, okay, I don't condone any assassinations and things like that. People's lives been taken, people got whole families out here. Like, I'm just not one to celebrate deaths, people's deaths, regardless of, what they've stated, political views, and so forth. In jail, they will for sure give him medicine. I hope so. Good morning, Nook the Book. Thank you for joining. She said Eagles almost don't count. Okay. Yeah. Rest in peace to him. People are crazy. Yes. Okay. Oh, you pocket texting. I was wondering what are all of those different you okay. Right, Aqua Rose. Right. It really is. So, but get this, y'all. Now, let me tell you this. While this man was talking, there were college students surrounding him, okay, Utah. College students everywhere surrounding this tent, watching, recording, and out of nowhere, you hear a gunshot, and this man grabs the side of his neck, kind of chest area, and leans over, okay? Whoever did this is a sharpshooter trained. I told my husband, I said, well, did they even have one of the little, y'all know I'm not too apt on like the different, what it's called, but the little red light. I don't know what this called, y'all, on the little pow-pows that they put on people. I don't even know if they had one of those things. Whoever did this was had to have been a trained sniper, okay? Because, baby, the target, when I tell you they hit the target and in a spot that took this man out. But y'all know what I'm talking about when they have on those rifles the little red lights, okay? I don't even know if they had that because people were close. It wasn't like he was far away from the people in the front. They were close. They would have seen that light up on him somewhere. Now, the scope, yeah. So now the FBI is asking for the public's help as they search for the suspect. Okay, they're stating submit any tips regarding today's shooting at Utah Valley University. Now, they had arrested a guy who they thought was the shooter. And it turns out that they released that guy, okay, because he was not. He was roughly 20 minutes into his Q&A session in front of 3,000 people before the crack of a single loud rifle shot sent the crowd into panic. He began bleeding heavily from his neck before collapsing within seconds. Okay. And then they said that Donald Trump later announced his death in a Truth Social post. He wrote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead." Okay. Now, it's stated also that allegedly Trump wrote this message on this Truth Social before it was confirmed by Charlie Kirk's family. See, y'all, we gotta stop this trying to be the first to do stuff. That happened with Kobe Bryant. Okay. TMZ had posted that Kobe Bryant had passed away even before Vanessa and the family had heard about it. People do not want to find out that their loved one has passed away on social media. Okay, let them get that call or that visit, from law enforcement before you go to posting stuff. You quick to post all this, but baby, like somebody said, where is the Epstein files? You so on it, child. Where are the stimulus checks? I thought we were supposed to be getting some stimulus, some type of money. Y'all said we were supposed to get before you and Elon got into it. I'm still waiting on my portion. Okay. Okay, a scope. I said the same thing. Right, Jessica. It looked like an old man did it. They locked him up. Yeah, they did arrest an older looking man, but come to find out, it wasn't him, y'all. So the guy is still on the loose. This is crazy. This is crazy. How could he get away? How? That doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, whoever it was, y'all guys just, this is a smart crew. Okay, y'all think about that. How could he gotten away? Now, this man, he might have needed Trump's people. Because y'all remember when somebody way far away and they were at some kind of thing and y'all heard that little shot and I think they clipped his ear and those little the Secret Service men took forever. they were taking their time and he still made it out of there. Okay. So this man didn't have like a lot of protection. Secret Service people, he was like in their little tent, as y'all can see, had a clear shot. So I don't think anybody had security like how you would have Secret Service go and scope out places surrounded, have people posted. He wasn't big like that. Okay, so anybody could be anywhere and hurry up and leave. If they didn't know that this was going to happen, they probably had like security right here in the area where everyone is. But who would have thought, let me go to, I'm sorry, y'all, they cutting the grass. Who would go to a big, building or something off to make sure nobody was there? Nobody would have thought that this would have happened in Utah at a little college event. I mean, 3,000 people, hey, it's still a lot of people, but you know what I'm saying. They probably didn't think about that. I heard the old man knew who did it. The news is saying they haven't found the shooter yet. Nope, they haven't. That's so sad. What the heck is wrong with people? Exact girl, you see my title. What's really going on? Okay, so the old man really know. They questioned him and they let him go. Uncle Rosa, y'all need those files and some stimulus in my bank account. Okay. Girl, you and me both. Hey, Angie, good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm telling you, I do too. Jessica said there's a video of someone on a roof near the tent he was under. That's probably the person, and they probably got away. Sammy's World said, I tell you, TMZ made a believer out of me when they were the first to announce Michael Jackson's passing. I didn't believe it until mainstream media announced it hours later. See, that's what I'm saying. They try to be on top of everything all the time, but they're not giving these families a chance to find out about their loved ones passing. Like, you don't need to be the first one to tell everything. That's just being insensitive to me. Then Trump says no one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. I didn't know Charlie. He later said in an Oval Office address that he was filled with grief and anger. He inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. He blamed those on the radical left for comparing wonderful Americans like Kirk to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. He said that this kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop now. Okay. Now, Charlie Kirk is survived by his wife, Erica Lane, Francey, and their two young children. He had founded Turning Point as a teenager, and they also confirmed his death on Wednesday evening with a message that said, May he be received into the merciful arms of our loving Savior who suffered and died for Charlie. And not just for Charlie, but for all of us. Okay. The president ordered American flags lowered to half staff until September 14th. I don't know I don't know what that part is about. Um, yeah, so rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Also, prayers up to his family, his friends as well, as those that were impacted by his death. Let's see who else came in this morning. Let's see here. Good morning, Shelly Shells. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. Good morning. D said, I seen a little video when he got hit and then he fell over. Right. Yes, I did see that. Okay. So that's sad. And like I said, the person's still on the loose. Okay. They have not found that person. They did arrest someone, take him in for questioning, but they did not find the shooter. All right, y'all, moving on to our next topic, y'all. This is oh my goodness, I didn't expect this morning. Okay. I feel like, popular. No, I'm playing. Oh my gosh, I gotta show y'all something. Oh my goodness. It made me smile this morning. I will say that. Let me pull that up. And D probably already know what I'm talking about. Okay. So this morning, y'all, I usually just I'll kind of go to my different social media platforms, kind of see what's happening, see any numbers and videos and so forth. Well, I clicked on Facebook, not really even going into or onto, I should say, anyone's page or anything like that. And the first thing that popped up was this. Okay, so I was like, hold up, that thumbnail looks familiar. Okay, so I had to read it because I said, wait a minute, whose page is this? I said, wait a second. Ricky Bennett. Now, Ricky Bennett, for those of you that do not know, is the guy that's in the picture on the right. He is the husband of Cooking with Aisha. Okay. And he stated in his post, let me move this for 1 second. Oh, come on, thing. Okay. I don't know what I just hit. Okay. He stated, I ran across this on YouTube. I found it to be very interesting, so I shared it. You should never do this to a person when you're ready to walk away with wrongful guilt inside. This type of behavior happens when you were living a lie from the beginning and guilt starts eating away your conscience because you know you are presenting a role to your partner, knowing your heart is not actually what you're portraying it to be. When you know you're really involved for hidden reasons, but don't know how to say it. If you need a person for other things than loving them genuinely, just say it before you walk into a person's life disguising the wrong heart. If you click the link and watch it, it's interesting. Okay, so the video that he is referring to, let me pull that up because some of you, I don't know if y'all have seen it. D said I was weak. Oh my goodness. You never know what's going to pop up on someone's feed. Okay, so let me pull this up. Thank y'all for your patience.
Brianna Hampton.
She just pepper sprayed me. She just pepper sprayed me for no reason in my house.
I can't keep following me.
No, I ain't following you
He got a
nowhere.
gun.
No, I don't have a gun. You really doing this lying stuff again? I'm recording everything.
Please hurry.
Yeah, please hurry, because she's crazy. Please hurry, she's crazy.
Thank you.
Please hurry up, she's
Recording
crazy.
this. I'm recording this for my public, my safety.
No, she's with me.
I'm recording for my safety, my safety.
Ma'am, he punched me in
No,
my
I did not touch you. I did not touch
He
you.
punched me in my face.
Yeah, I did not touch you. Latifah Aisha
Yes.
Williams, right? That's a lie. You told the people that you're 41, that you are 42.
Ma'am, he's drunk.
No, I am not drunk at all. You are drunk.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, ma'am, I can't close my mouth. What? No. I have my weapon locked up. I have a weapon.
Yes, you have a weapon.
Yes, I have.
So why you ain't run and get it? Why did you not run and get it?
Let him have access to it.
No, it's plenty access to it. It's plenty access to
No,
it.
it's
She's lying. She's lying. She's lying. Just like she
And it only posted 1 minute, and I was being respectful. I didn't say nothing. I wanted to let that man go and just let him do him and be respectful out of our child. I didn't want to tear him down. I want him to
Because
reach
I have
success.
people who, you know, they know how I am. They've been with me. They didn't just pop in. And yes, Mr. Dexter, absolutely. Just because you pop in on this chapter, I have been doing this a long time. A long time. And one of the things that I told my girlfriend, I told her either this morning or yesterday, I said, God allowed me to walk through this because he knows I can handle it. He knows I'm strong enough. See, I've been being prepared for this very moment in time. And there's more stuff that's going to come. I got this. I promise you.
Before. But like I said, I'm at peace. I pray for him to have peace. I pray him nothing but the best success in me
Go
as
through
well.
the blow by blow. I'm not going to do that. The people that thought I was going to drag my husband, I'm not going to do that. I would never do that. Even though it's said and done, I would never do that. It's never going to happen. And I don't want anybody to drag him either. I was telling somebody yesterday, please don't talk bad about him. God has to deal with us all. Let God deal with me and let God deal with him.
Okay. Now, also notice underneath. Oh, and yes, bye Kim. Thank you, Shirley Child. Don't come in here Because you know what's so ironic is, now I've been on here a whole hour and 15 minutes. Kim ain't said nothing. Kim came in here when I brought up this and that my video had been shared. That's so funny. You didn't think I was laughing or talking too much on the other stories. Okay, so please don't come in here this morning with that. Just watch it from the bushes. I hope you enjoy the show. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you want to subscribe for future shows, you can do that as well. Okay, today is not that day. Okay, lace them up. That's our hashtag today. Go ahead. Hey, if you want to put it in the chat, those of you who've been in here, y'all already know what that means. If you have not been in here, make sure you catch the replay because we did go over that earlier in the show. So, y'all, I was like, I just could not believe that. Now, underneath the comment section, you had some people in DC. See, this why you need people that can say the stuff that you can't say. You got some people, they'll just say it. Okay, right, Angie. She just gonna say it. Now, you have some people under there that were like, man, this is very interesting to see the comparison. And then, of course, you have some Bree supporters underneath the comments talking about, don't compare your situation to Bree because Bree was not lying. Hold up. First, I didn't say any commentary in that short. Okay, people can take it however they want to take it, basically, because nothing was stated. I just put snippets of similar actions, behaviors when these stories first came out. Okay, whatever comparison or whatever your inference was, that was based off of your own inference. Okay, I never said she wasn't lying, never said she was, and all of that. So underneath my comment, like some of those comments, I did put, yes, she came out and stated that he had not broken anything. Like there's video proof of Bree saying that Robert did not do those things to her. However, I do believe, okay, as things came out over the course, and I told him, look, we've been in that for almost 3 years. Okay, probably just kind of got out of it and moving into some other stuff, but almost 3 years. There was some toxicity in that relationship. Okay, now that could be the same thing happening in their relationship. That's up to him to figure out. I don't know. I didn't put any words in his mouth or anything like that. But I wanted to show that when I first saw that video come out with him and his wife, it took me back to that moment when Robert was recording Brianna when she was calling 911. Here his wife was on live calling 911 saying this stuff, and he's saying the stuff he was saying in the background. Like it made me think about all of that. Okay. Yeah. So that's why I made the comparison. Not saying that their stories are exactly alike. See, people need to get an understanding. Before you run with something, please get an understanding, okay, of what it is. Don't just run with, don't compare because y'all nothing like Bree and Robert. Of course they not. They're two different people. It's a whole different type of marriage. They haven't even been married. This couple hasn't even been married a whole year. So of course, that first year, you go through stuff. You have to learn how to navigate through certain problems. Okay. So yeah, I was like, we're not doing that today. Yeah, trolls are distraction. The trolls' distractions are not working. Right. And good morning, Kay Brown. Bree was lying. I don't believe Robert beat her butt. It is some things I do believe. Okay. Hey, Brittany, good morning. Oh, we were talking about, let me pull it back up. The post that was made this morning. I don't know if I want to pull it back up. We might get another troll in the chat. Look, I got time today. Okay. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday. I got time. And yes, I'm going to laugh when something is funny. Baby, laughter is like a medicine. So, Kim, if you don't like laughter, baby, this is not the channel anyways. I'm going to be honest. We like to have fun. Everything, yeah, we just talked about some serious things. We want to kind of shift the atmosphere, okay, and have a little fun. We're not boring over here. We don't talk about the same stuff. We don't do none of that. So this may not be the channel for you. All right, so Hey Dee Dee, good morning. Hey Queen Shailene is in the building. This was the post that I was showing earlier. Let me take the comments off for 1 second so I can make it bigger. And this is Cooking with Aisha's husband's Facebook post. And this was the first thing, y'all, I came up. I didn't click on his page or nothing. I did start following him, but it was the first one on my news feed on Facebook this morning. And so he had shared, I guess he came over to YouTube, y'all, and saw his picture. I was going to look when I saw my thumbnail pop up, I said, oh Lord, is he coming for I didn't know if he thought it was bad, or what, but he just said he found it interesting. And so people have been sharing it. But of course, when you have something like that, you're going to get supporters, a variety of supporters. You may have some Bree supporters, Robert supporters. You may have some Cooking with Aisha supporters, some Ricky supporters. So it's like people are going to have different opinions about certain things. But my thing is this. We have to go with what they put out as well. If Bree came back and said that she didn't experience certain things, why are we saying that she didn't lie? Okay, I'm still stuck there. I had believed her too. Let me tell y'all this. When she first came out with her video, because I was new to following them, I automatically believed Brianna. Okay. Then there was some stuff where I looked, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Something not sitting well with me on this. So with the new situation with Cooking with Aisha and her husband, Ricky, I reserved my judgment. Okay. I said, I'm not doing this again. Let me just wait to see how this thing plays out because we've already seen this type of thing happening. Okay, we've already seen this happen. So let me see before I start saying, oh, he wrong. He didn't hit this lady. He didn't. Let me pay attention because we done went through almost a whole 3-year saga and we got experience. Okay. Aqua Rose said they better leave OB alone. Her laugh brightens my day any day. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Yeah, let us have fun. Lace them up. Okay, BB and Cooking with Aisha and her husband. Yes. Hi, Miss Lysandra. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anyone. Yeah, so that just shocked me, y'all. I was, grateful for him sharing that, and hopefully, and I also extended the invitation if he wants to come on and share, his side of the story or whatever. He's welcome to do that, just like she's welcome to do that. Okay, this is not my marriage. It's not my marriage. So, I mean, and it's not a forced thing. It's an invitation. Okay. So for the people talking about, because somebody said she was trying to say just be of encouragement to him. She gonna say, oh no, just be of discouragement to him. I said, do you mean encouragement? Trying to be funny. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Okay. She said, that's what I said. Oh Lord Jesus. Girl, I was too done. I didn't expect that this morning. Okay. I did not expect that. So shout out to those couples. Hey, Robin, good morning. Thank you for joining. B says sometimes we be right. I told y'all Blackthorn's baby daddy don't care about them kids or the fact that they are being raised by her tragic girl. Okay. It's a lot going on with that. Both BB and Aisha both lied on their husbands, BB ex-husband now. Okay. And like I said, y'all, we took with the Cooking with Aisha situation. I'm not going to say she lied on some stuff on that live because we don't know. She said that she has cameras all around. Now, she has not shown any of the footage, and she doesn't really have to show footage to us. Maybe she showed some to the police officer. I can't say that quite yet in their situation. I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know what happened. We just caught from that point him recording. So, what happened. And I've asked that in his live before. Do you mind sharing with us what led up to that moment? The only thing that he's really kind of stated was She said that that's why my mama didn't want me to get married to you. Okay, well, there must have been an argument. Okay, that led up to this. Before to get to the point where she said he knocked her glasses off and knocked her down and all of that. Y'all, I don't know. I saw T did a video yesterday and was wondering what was happening. I have been on a thorn cleanse. Okay. Aisha having marital problems already. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. We didn't see any bruises. I stopped watching her. I need to go look. Right. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, y'all, he shared the video. It was a short on my channel yesterday. All right. I mean, on my channel, I think it was about a few days ago. Now, the last thing we wanted to discuss today, y'all, oh my goodness. Y'all got to warn me, okay? Because let me tell you, I be minding my own business. And thanks to YouTube, certain stories just pop up on the side of my screen. And one particular live popped up, and I said, I got to see what's going on over here. You know, just kind of going in there for a second to see what was the topic. Because I had not chimed in or looked in a while, like some of y'all. You know, I hadn't looked because it was very boring over there. Okay. Exactly. And why would her mom say that she needs to mind her business? Exactly. Okay, that saying that leash not about to drain me. I don't watch her. She's an energy vampire. Right. Now, the last that I saw her crashing out on was because of the baby daddy not really going to court and kind of doing what he needs to get done for his children, the two older boys. That was the last kind of drama that I saw her really engaging in. And even then, I did not tap in. Okay, because I'm like, girl, look, y'all need to get it together. Okay, this is not even worth really talking about. V me either or stop. She's too much. Yes. If y'all would like to support the channel, Dreamy Girls, she is dropping various ways, whether you want to send a super sticker, super chat, or a cash app that is posted there in the chat. Shailene said, I've been MIA for a while and more ish happening. The streets stay lit. Okay, because I haven't seen you in a minute. Okay, I understand. Take you a break. So then she did, y'all, a very inappropriate, and I'll probably come back because this live is probably a little too long for me to go through that other video. But I do want to revisit a video that she did with her boys, all four. Okay, well, the baby, not so, but three of them, y'all, and mainly asking the two older boys, okay, about their dad, talking about these were questions from the people in the chat. And the questions were very inappropriate to me, in my opinion, for those boys to be answering about their father. Okay, especially on the live. Now, what I don't like about that is this is my thing with her. She did that to the older son. Okay, she did that a while back. Had this boy, I'm gonna say had, for the simple fact he was looking and cutting his eyes over at her during the video, cussing out his dad, okay, and the grandmother, cussing them out on the live, right? Now, this video, I guess, was from the dad and was given to a content creator, and she played it. Now, Thorn didn't want everybody to see that. So, because she hadn't put that on her channel, if you played that video, she would strike it or get it like a copyright and get the video taken down. Okay? Now, to me, the only difference between the live that she did and that video is they weren't cursing in this video, but it was still very inappropriate, had them saying things about their father that they should not have been saying, especially on a live. It was a form of manipulation, the things that were taking place during that live. And it was so sad. Like, I cringed watching that. I couldn't even watch the full thing because I don't think she realizes the hurt, the impact, the effect that is going to have on those boys. Regardless of, he's going to have to deal with the consequences of his actions or lack thereof, okay, as a dad. However, you're indirectly poisoning, okay, these boys' minds against their father. You're allowing social media to ask them questions so that they probably already talked about ahead of time the answers that they should give online, okay, so they could be caught talking bad about their father in a public on a public platform that has over 1 million subscribers. Now, he may or may not see it because, girl, I think he's over you. She wants his attention so bad. Okay, it's just cringy. Her own husband should question that. Why do you talk about breed this man every day? Okay, every day she was going live talking about this man. Now, that was very cringy, and I am going to cover that one day. She might take it down now that I said that. Now, yesterday, during this live, now she was on a lock journey a week or so ago. This is how I say she doesn't know who she is. She's doing whatever to get views. I guess the OnlyFans, I told y'all, what did we say about that? She went to OnlyFans trying to pump up her YouTube channel, okay? Then pumping up her OnlyFans channel through YouTube. What did I say about that? Do y'all remember what I said when all of that first came out? That's ranch dressing. Do y'all remember what I said? Yes, Shirley girl, a hot mess. I said that although she was making that little money in the beginning, I said, watch y'all, this is not going to last because her content is boring. They are getting tired of the same stuff. It was working for a little while, okay? But she has no content. If it wasn't for the reaction channels talking about the different things that she was doing, people quit watching when we stopped talking about it. Okay, and the reason I know that to be true is yesterday. Oh my goodness, y'all, a couple of things she said. Now, after I posted this picture on my community wall, and we got to chatting in the comments, y'all, she privated the live. She privated the live. Let me tell you. So during the live, hi, Mrs. E, welcome. I called it. I told you. Okay. During the live, y'all, she said, yeah. And it was a lot of content creators. You know, they even had a cancel Rose campaign. Cancel the Rose. Cancel the Queen. Well, guess what? I'm still here, inches. So I started laughing. I said, girl, you still here? Yes, you do have a channel, but girl, your channel has dried up. And so another reason that I know that to be true is she even said in her chat, she said, my chat is a bunch of people I don't even know. She said, I don't even know y'all. If y'all used to be like one of my day ones or my older supporters, put a 1 in the chat. So, because first she was going to say, if you're new here, put a 1. Then she said, no, because it's more of y'all. But if you've been here before, if you've been rocking with me, you know, put a 1 so I'll know who you are. So they started, I guess, just a few people put a 1. She was like, wow, okay, well, that's not too many people. The whole supporters, the whole Thorn, what does she call them? Not the Thorn crew, the Rose crew or whatever. She tells them to put rosebuds in the chat. Baby, those people are gone. These are new people that are popping up on there through YouTube. You know how your videos in the algorithm, they just pop in. These are those OnlyFans people. They looking for her to show her breasts and things like that. Those are the people she started getting into the chat. The other people gone. They got bored. They are gone. Okay. And so then after that, she had a cucumber. Okay. And this is a cucumber right here. She had cut the cucumber up. And so I guess she didn't want to show her breasts on this slide. Okay. So she proceeds to cut the cucumber up and she had some ranch dressing, y'all. So she poured a little ranch on the cucumber, but then she started letting the ranch also softly drizzle all down her hand. And then she started putting the cucumber in her mouth and just letting it drizzle all into the plate, like in a very suggestive manner. Okay, yes, Aqua Rose, she is starving for attention. So then I guess she got tired of doing that, and she was like, let me go wash my hands. So then she went and washed her hands. I guess she thought her views were about to go up or whatever by her doing that, right? After that, I did the picture and I was done. I got up out of there because I was like, this here, y'all didn't tell me that she needed views this bad. Now, the live had just ended, right? Within 5 to 10 minutes. Now, if you barely have any people in there, okay, girl, we done moved on with our lives. Her channel is boring as F, right? Barely here, definitely not all the way there in the head. Okay, now, how did you go from having about 500 likes, okay? And I think it probably got up to maybe 400, 500 people in the chat. You jump within 5 minutes to over 100 something K views. And it's so obvious, y'all, that she is allegedly buying these views. Okay. I wanted to put a post, where y'all buying views and subscribers at? Okay. Put your girl on to that. Not that I'm doing that. I'm just saying, you can tell some people are buying subscribers and they are buying views. Okay. Now, after that, when we were having that conversation in the chat, y'all, she privated the live because she came over here. See, she didn't expect me to pop up because I haven't been covering her. She didn't expect me to pop up and get this screenshot and talk about this. She thought, oh, I'll be fine with my little video over here doing all of this to get attention. They not talking about me right now. Girl, you never know when I'm going to pop up. Okay. You never know. I may just watch some stuff and write it in my notebook and then circle back when I want to. Because right now it's other interesting stuff taking place. I just haven't talked about it yet. But I have been kind of peeping some stuff like that video with the sons. That was very inappropriate, very distasteful, and very cringy. Okay, so yes, that part we are definitely going to discuss because that is to do with the children. Okay. You took the word suggestive right out of my mind. Yes, that's what she was doing. Okay. So then you didn't have all these hundreds of thousands of views within 5 minutes, hardly nobody in the live, hardly nobody. You had 500 likes, and then you want us to believe it jumped up to 6 figures within 5 minutes. Okay. Now she was just asking on her video, should I quit? Not too long before that, I think a couple of days before that, on her community wall, she was asking her people, should she quit? Why did she have people that said yes? But someone came under my comments today and they said that she deleted all of the comments where people were saying, yes, she should quit. Okay, girl, give it up. Okay, do your OnlyFans. You got the body. You said you got your body together. You're trying to get the tummy. She's still trying to get her tummy tucked and all of that. Maybe OnlyFans will work out for you. Okay, because the YouTube, bringing them over here onto YouTube, it was only for so long that they were going to stay because there's no other content. They're bored. So use your body. Do what you do. Go over there and maybe you'll make more money. You don't have to quit all over, you know. Do what you do. You want to suck on cucumbers, girl. Take that over to OnlyFans. Okay, you can, hey, over there, I heard you can take the shirt off. Let the ranch run down your breasts. Do your thing. Because it's not working over here on YouTube. Okay, we don't want to see it. Okay, you look crazy doing it over here. Do it behind the paywall. Because this here is giving attention seeking, is giving, I don't know what else to do. You done tried everything. Y'all, she has gone so far as to on Facebook, resharing old shorts and reels. And the reason that I know she's resharing an older one is because it's the same one that she struck me for behind my members wall. Okay, the same video that I shared, I think it was probably about probably early year. Let's see, what year we in? We're in 2025. So yeah, it was probably around, it was the early part of the year, I think around January, and it's the same doggone video. So that shows you she is recycling videos. Okay, she has no content on Facebook either. She's resharing old shorts. I'm telling y'all, she's running out of stuff. We were giving her ideas. Okay, she's gonna tune into this. Girl, I'm not, look, I done gave you one already. Go get the cucumbers and go on over to OnlyFans. Go let the stuff drip down your breasts or do whatever you do and do it over there because it's not working. It's making you look crazy over here. Get your kids off of here talking about their father. Now, you tried to have the content about let me down my baby daddy and you didn't get too much feedback on that. I guess you thought we were going to all start talking about that. No, girl, deal with it in the court. Today, not the day. Deal with it in the court. Okay. Now, that's on him. If he's not doing it, we're not saying that he's right. Okay. I'm not saying that at all. But y'all got to go to court for that. We can't help you. Y'all getting a taste of Keisha number 2 today. Okay, girl, we can't help you. Just tragic considering the potential that was squandered. Girl, I'm telling you, it is sad. It is sad. She doing that. Oh, she doing that on IG too. Oh, stop. And it should be against policies that you can try to get paid off of the same stuff. She's trying to get paid off. Let me go look at my high performing videos. Let me go on and reshare some stuff. Let me give it another thumbnail and do like you. Oh my goodness. Right, girl, we don't care. Okay, do you? Girl, people have gotten bored with the same argument. Oh, y'all. And then she said that the sister, because people must have been saying that the sister got mad at her or something because she's not there. I don't care how she tries to cover that up. Something happened with that sister. Okay, for her to want to get out of there. I don't care how she tries to make, because see, people are already calling it. She doesn't want to admit that she can be the problem sometimes. Okay. She doesn't want to admit that. I think her sister probably, and this is just my opinion, got tired of probably the stuff that takes place in that household that she tries to kind of cover up. I mean, even when she did the reset video, y'all, I would be embarrassed to put my house on there with my refrigerator looking a hot mess, the whole house trash, like someone emptied a dumpster in the living room. Yes, when you have kids, that is liable to happen. They get dirty, they do stuff, they tear up your house. But do you think I would come public filming all of that in the refrigerator looking like that and you don't have a whole job? Like, that's different. If you a stay-at-home mom and your house is going, okay, now that is kind of your job. But this your job. But she doesn't work. That's what I'm trying to say. She doesn't work. She's at home. So why would you film that when people are saying you're always at home? You know, you're always here and you're filming your house, your refrigerator looking a mess like that. And then drinking while she cleaning and all of this. Like, no. That there, I was disgusted. I was like, I can't even look at this, but quick to talk about other people. You know, Sammy's World said, I believe she did irrevocable damage when she called herself exposing her husband. Her main pull was him being the knight in shining armor. Exactly. Yep. I clicked off the line when she said that. Okay. I'm sure the sister got tired of seeing her nephews getting treated like dogs. Okay, and that part too. Okay, I'm thinking it was probably a mixture of the house being a mess and the sister was probably helping her clean up. I'm thinking that she probably helped her clean. Also, the sister had already complained that one time she had to step outside because of how Brad was disciplining one of the children and was spanking him to the point she had to step outside. She couldn't stand to watch it. So she probably got tired of the hollering, the spankings, okay, the nasty food throwing all up in her nose, not washing her hands, cooking, touching the sister's food, eating steak every day. The sister probably was tired of steak. We got tired. Girl, that could have been the time that I stopped watching. I didn't want to watch another video with y'all eating steak. Okay. Like, find another meat. Y'all were. They're about to make me laugh. First, y'all were up there eating nothing but rice. Okay. We got tired of seeing all of that rice. Okay. Girl, we get tired of seeing all this steak. I think you lost a lot of people cooking steak every day. Figure it out. Find another meat that you're good at cooking. Maybe you'll get some of these people back. Okay. They got tired of seeing the steak. They got tired of seeing you eat. Do not do that. That's for the people that can do that, like Miss Jones. Okay. It's another lady that has the big food that comes on. Girl, that's their specialty. They have been doing this. Okay. They have experience in it. They have the views and they definitely make the money off of it. You, on the other hand, it just looks disgusting. This cucumber situation went awry. Miss Jones would never. Okay. Her food is piping hot. Okay. It looks delicious to us. B said the sister knew that was going to be a temporary fix. If that, the heifer is bizarre. Girl, the sister already knew she wasn't going to be there that long. They tried to, put up a front in front of the cameras and stuff like that. Child, she already knew, Lord, I need a place to stay right now. Let me go ahead and tough it out. She probably went to stay with her mom. Even the mother tries to make it look a good idea in the beginning, and was like, I just love that there's no drama but between them. She was trying to make it look good, okay, but we already knew it's only so much of her you can take. Living in the same house, probably had the sister babysitting. The sister probably was like, look, I'm pregnant, okay, and when we're pregnant, we go through emotions, we go through our own stuff. I'm not trying to watch somebody else's kids. You need to take care of your own kids. I may be in this house, but I got mine on the way. I'm trying to save all my nerves for the one that I have on the way. You need to take care of your kids. Your nanny, she got up out of here. Now you think you about to use me as a nanny? It's a no. I'm getting up out of here. Y'all can have y'all steak, this dirty house, these bad kids, and I'm getting them out of here. I can already see the sister saying something like that. Okay. I don't care how they tried to be quiet about it, try to put a Band-Aid over it. The sister got tired of it. Okay. And everything that they got going on. So then she got to figure it out now. She doesn't know how to take care of her own house. It's obvious, y'all. I'm saying she really does not. Sister got sick of them kids and the nasty food and nasty house. Simple as that. But she's not going to say that. She wants it to be like everything was perfect. We were good. Oh, she just wanted to go spend time with the other side of the family and all of that. She's going to miss her sister being there. She probably already misses her being there because her sister, she probably depended on her a lot. Her sister was older than her, and she probably really depended on her. So, girl, this here, we're done with it because this is not it. It's not. Find something else because it's giving desperate. It's giving attention seeking. People were saying, you were thinking that people were saying cancel Rose or cancel you. No, it was more so protect the kids and save the kids. Okay. Now, if you took it like cancel Rose, now I think there was, a petition going around about her channel at one point, but it was due to the fact of what was taking place with the kids. It was hashtag. See, she's not going to tell her audience that it was really hashtag save the kids. That's what it was about. It was not about, oh, her. She was trying to make everything like it's about her. No, it was about the treatment of the kids. And yet here we are again. When people are not babysitting for you, look what you're doing to your kids. Girl, you got them on live talking about their dad being very inappropriate with these questions and so forth. Okay. So yeah, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. So yeah, that was pretty much it for today. I know we went through a lot. Woo, this live went way longer than what I expected. Okay. But hey, we were covering a lot this morning, and I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation on today. You know, you did not catch the beginning of the live. Make sure you catch the beginning of the live. We had our inspirational TED moment, okay? TED Talk moment today, where we just got some stuff off our chest about the fakeness and snakes in your circle. Not necessarily in your circle, but just around you. Okay, people kind of can be around you. So just be careful. Keep your grass cut short. Okay. You never know what's lurking in the mist. That's all I can say. Okay. Let's see. Blessed Thursday, everyone. Thank you, Shelly Shells. Shout out to the mods, Lolo, Shelly Shells, and Dreamy Girl. Thank you, ladies, so much on today. And also special shout out to the members that are lit up in green. Thank you all so much for your support. I also shared a post with you all on yesterday of some breaking news. Now, y'all, whew, I don't know if I'm gonna share this news publicly yet. Okay. V said I am elated to have been able to be here with you. I forgot about elated. Oh my gosh, y'all. Ooh, I have that on my StreamYard videos. I'm gonna have to bring that out. But it's some more breaking news, y'all. Now, I don't. I am eventually probably gonna talk about it publicly. But I'm gonna wait on some more information. But the members do have access to it. Now, I would say this about people as well. Okay, what I've noticed, this is just something I've noticed. Now, we okay being nosy and in other people's business when stuff comes out publicly, unless it's our favorite person. I've noticed that, y'all. Baby, people are like, no, not no, why you gotta put the parents' names? Okay, baby, they don't want you to say nothing about their favorite people. Okay, so we good with gossip, we good with trending stories and all of that, as long as it's not about our favorite person or in their family. Okay, I noticed that big time on yesterday. And I was gonna post about it, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let people be people. Okay. Y'all, sometimes you just gotta say some stuff because you keep it in that stuff. No, today was the day. You know, I just want to put some stuff out there. Like, don't do that. Like, just have your own mind in life. If you have a question about someone, go to the source, go to that person, because you also need to know that maybe that person has figured out that other person. They're trying to make that person look a certain type of way because they figured out you fake. Okay. So they're going to try to spew bad seeds into everyone's minds. Okay. Use your own mind, your own thinking, and always consider the source. Know that snakes even dwell in beautiful places. Okay. So y'all, thank you so much for joining today. Make sure you hit that like button. Also subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. V said, open book, we got to do a throwback Thursday one day and tear her ass up once and for all. Girl, okay. That's what we're gonna do that one day. A little throwback. Because she done forgot. She thinks we have forgotten. We haven't forgotten. It is still hashtag save the kids. Okay, that part is not going away. So, girl, find something else. I had a live like that. Didn't make the cut. Like a party in the 90s. Yeah, you had to be there. Yeah, V was cutting up. Y'all go check out V's channel. She has her videos still up. Okay. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Aqua Rose. Thank everyone for being here today. I really appreciate it. I missed some of you that hadn't seen in a while, but I pray that you all have a wonderful Thursday. Until next time, be blessed.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.